What if I told you that you shouldn't be striving for work-life balance, and that everything we're thinking about work-life balance leading to happiness is wrong? What does happiness really mean? What really do we need to live happy and successful lives?
One of my favorite things about being a speaker is helping each person in the audience have their own unique aha moment. That moment where they start to have a new perspective that can change the way they approach their work and their life.
Throughout our lives, we are all given checkpoints. These are moments and experiences that help us decide what we want to do with this one precious life we've been gifted.
Hope for you today in this conference is that this is a checkpoint for you, for how you're living your life, to take a look at what's working, what's not working, and then be able to take steps in the direction of living your life to the fullest and living your life in alignment with what really matters to you.
Now, back in 2019, when I was working in an integrative psychiatry practice, I was seeing a lot of professionals and individuals who are going through mental health struggles, burnout, stress-related conditions, and more. And I started to notice some common trends. A lot of people were sacrificing their happiness and their well-being, going after their version of success. And they were going after it in all of the wrong ways. Their performance was suffering, their productivity was suffering, they weren't happy, and they weren't fulfilled. Now, I also started to notice some key components to lead to inner happiness, well-being, success, and peak performance.
Kristel Bauer is a corporate wellness expert with the mission of helping individuals thrive personally and professionally while promoting vibrant company cultures. Kristel is a keynote speaker, TEDx speaker, regular contributor to entrepreneur.com, and host of the Live Greatly podcast. Let's give her a Vision Source big Viva welcome to the stage from Vision Source Exchange.
Keynotes offer actionable strategies rooted in empirical evidence to boost happiness and support optimal organizational success.
I have a question for you. Is your inner voice a best friend, or is it more of a bully? Now, for most of us, it can be a little bit of both depending on the day, depending on the situation. So if things are going really well in your life, if you've gotten some positive feedback, if maybe you just achieved one of your goals, you can feel really awesome, and probably that inner voice is your biggest cheerleader. However, if things are not going the way that you had planned, if you have setbacks and challenges, well, sometimes then we can become our own biggest critic.
Research shows that happiness, transformational leadership, and performance are all connected. My keynote, Find Your Imperfect Happy, helps each individual find their own internal happiness, boosting their performance at work and in life as well. Happier employees aren't just more satisfied, they're also more innovative and more resilient given the setbacks and challenges that can occur in work and in life.
So sometimes we have this idea of the way that our day should go, and then life has other plans. And sometimes the resistance of that moment is even more stressful than the situation itself. So just accepting it is what it is, and then focusing on, okay, well, what can I do? What do I need to do to adjust and adapt to the new circumstances?
And I know one of the big challenges that people face is this feeling that they don't have time. And I'm wondering, does anyone here feel like they don't have time for self-care?
Stop saving all of the fun, all of the family, all of the self-care for before work or after work hours. You have to start sprinkling all of that good stuff into the work.
Self-care does not need to be huge, long chunks of time. They can be little micro moments throughout the day. And another thing to recognize, a lot of what we just talked about, our mindset, our inner dialogue, that can be self-care. The way you talk to yourself, that can be a form of self-care, a very powerful form throughout your day.
My keynote about leadership development and team building will help your team create a growth mindset and drive a culture of excellence.
Growth mindset is viewing challenges as opportunities, because we're all going to have challenges in our lives. It's what are we going to do with them? When you are growing, you are going to feel uncomfortable. When you are trying new things, you are going to feel uncomfortable. So instead, embrace that feeling. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Every moment is an opportunity to respond in a new way, an opportunity to choose a new path, an opportunity to move one step closer to who you aspire to be. The question is, what are you going to do with this moment that you've been gifted?
You have to find your own personal mission and purpose in your career.
Using my healthcare background, I share strategies to support habits that actually stick and what you can do to create a long-lasting, positive, high-power habit.
So if you've gotten in the habit or the pattern maybe of always responding to emails at 9 p.m. at night, well then unfortunately that's the expectation that people will have. So it is up to you then to create the new boundary.
I remember after I gave a keynote talk to a group of 2,000 to 3,000 people, and I was approached by someone in the audience as I was leaving. They let me know how impactful my talk was for them. They later wrote a testimonial letting me know that what I had shared there had helped them become a better leader, a better dad, and a better husband. Now, hearing that is why I do what I do. My goal is to make your job as easy as possible. I want to work with you to create a memorable, long-lasting, impactful experience for everyone in the audience.